Please stand by. Facebook. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. Hello, America. Hello. This is the 10. And right here we are. 10 o'clock talks. Wow. Okay, another day in March. Off the page, huh? Where are we going with all this? Into another month. Some warm weather. Happy Tuesday to everybody when you get this. Coffee. Excuse me. But anyway, hey, don't forget, support somebody's dream. Kelly's Corner, Lawrenceville. Barb's Kitchen, Lawrenceville. Abby, Lawrenceville. Bob, Big Bob over in Sharpsburg. Hello to you guys. Everybody, make money. Be happy. Spend some of that stimulus, people. Please support the small businesses, and they will be there for you. Excuse me. Now, hey, so what's going on in the world? Look, I owe an apology out too. The uploads were nuts with the storms and the winds and everything. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we couldn't load to all the proper places. I see a huge decrease. I'm blaming it all on weather because I heard from 3 other people and an announcement from a biggie here in Pittsburgh, Miss Wendy Bell, and I'm a big supporter to her. She couldn't get on either to even do a live feed today for Monday. So with that being said, I apologize. Check out my page. That'll work. It's all over my page. Everything, my face, it's all over the page. Yeah. And I like Smoking Lightning and Heavy Metal Thunder. And I know who likes that. Hello, Beth. Okay, had to give you a shot. Joey in Florida. Hey, what's going on, little brother? I know you're there. Merle, Texas. Hello. Terry Anderson, Texas. What's going on, guys? Yeah. And the Paul Rivera. Hello, Mr. Paul. How are you? So let's keep going with this here. But I got to say hellos to some people. That's how I do it. April and Michael, hello to you too. And all of the Southwest PA bikers. Thank you for your support, joining the room. That room is going to be fire. It's going to be that Heavy Metal Thunder. Listen, and it doesn't matter who we are, what we are, how we dress, what we look like, where our earrings are, and where the tattoos stand out the most. It does not matter. We are as one. We are unified. Something this administration will never understand. But with that said, let me get into some things here. So, big issue, canal block. I do have some news on this. I'm fortunate enough to have a young lady who has somebody in her family. It's weird how things come to you when you make friends. And this is what's great about America, people, when we support each other. This is a perfect example. Lucy, I love you. Check this out. I got pictures of things I probably shouldn't have. Now, I really don't know the full scoop, but let's talk about this canal block and so forth. And some other news that broke on that. The Evergreen blocking the Suez Canal. Now, we know that was going on for days. Then I'm told, it was just a mishap trickling out in little leaks today from public more than anything. So bear with me, but I do have some really credible pictures that show some things, but I don't understand what they truly are. I have no confirmations. I have thoughts in my mind, and I can relay them to you. So water, a word around the water cooler. Let's put it to you that way. Thousands possibly were freed from this ship. Now, I don't know if that's an exact number. I'm giving you something that's a heads up. Details are still very sketchy. And of course, the media is going to suppress anything that has anything to do with the narrative of what's really going on and global to the entire world, because it is global. This isn't America. This is a global problem. And hey, remarkable march you guys did down in Mexico. Remarkable. I checked it out. It was fantastic what you guys did down there. and support to what your dreams are, like ours. Thank you for that. Getting back to these containers, the possibility of things that are existing now in details coming on. We know about the plane, we know about the tractor trailer that went haywire, but also supposedly this boat did. And then I hear the DOD, and I'm a little sketchy on the DOD, and I'll get to that right after this, as long as I don't forget. Sometimes I do forget, and I don't circle back right, so bear with me. But no, truthfully, so it's sketchy, but they're saying that the commander of the ship, captain of the ship, said his screen went blank and black. And then mysteriously, the boat just did what it wanted to. And that is how it came to be where it was wedged in the canal. Okay, so we're up on that part there. Again, there's no media reporting on this. This is details coming in from who we think are good people. And I don't want to get no one in trouble, but we'll just say that they're authorized personnel. I'll leave it at that because I really don't want anything to reflect back to get people in trouble. And again, this could be, I don't know. I'm speculating here. But the details seem to be pretty good as far as that. So what freed the boat up finally was the tide came in pretty high. And they had a fleet of tugboats, and it wedged it out. But before that all took place, the boat was, I don't want to say invaded, but some people made themselves at home to it, and I guess they did an investigation of all the containers and so forth. That's where people become involved, and either they were paying to be transported, or they were being trafficked. I don't know. I don't know which one this is. And again, this is still like, did this happen? This is only word of mouth coming down. So I'm giving you an unreally reported fact by anybody, including our military, Department of Justice, FBI, anybody that could possibly make some type of remark to the ongoings of what had occurred. So it's only speculations here. But it does point to men, women, and children. Could have been families just wanting to get out from where they were, fleeing their country. I don't know. Safe passage anywhere else. Not saying they were coming to us in America here. Just saying safe passage. Or again, was it the narrative of trafficking? I don't know. So this is where it might get a little weirder. Another suggestive thing came to me, and they were saying, and I do believe in technology. I don't care what people think of me and my thought on where I'm at with conspiracy theorists stuff and all that. When they said they created Space Force, I was like, yeah, okay, well, that's because they're already up there. You don't come out with a name and make it sound like, hey, we're going to police this area in the upper stratosphere, unless you already are able to do it. And we do know there are planes that can get up that far, but there's other military equipment that can go up there and do much more. I mean, come on, we're going to have a hotel up there in 5 years. What does that tell you? Think about that logically. What it takes to get all that up there? Just, hey, it's not a lie. It's out there. It's been reported on by everybody under the sun, and that is fact. So let the puzzles fit together there. Anyway, getting back to where I'm going here, it's sort of a leak, a drip, that came out stating that the possibility, I'm going to give it to you that way again, I'm speculating here, is that the controls of how it was handled were through technology, and they caused this to go aground. So somebody on our side did this intentionally to them, that it just didn't black out on the screens and the controls, but it's was sort of taken over and placed there for whatever reason, and with ships and ships and ships and ships everywhere in the water, just stuck, killing the economy around the world for a lot of goods. Why was it done? Was it an accident? I don't know, but I can only give you what came back to me and the possibility of the existence of, could they have microwave that in some fashion to where they distorted all the onboard computer controls and caused this to get on board to see what was on it. Don't know. Now, what happened on the highway? Nothing is being brought up to me in any way there on another green thing. And let's not forget, Miss Clinton had investments largely in things coming across with some of her constituents. And part of Evergreen, I apologize to you. I don't know if it's truly an ownership, but I do know she can own the name under the federal government from her first lady and her secret identity as to who she was, Miss Evergreen. So that's more correctly stated to you. So I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there because it's really big news. Everybody's saying this is it. I can't say that that's what it is. I can't. But I want you to know I'm with you. I feel for you. I hope that we are, in ways between all of us, are correct. And let's hope for the best on that, you know? Truthfully, let's hope for the best on that. So, the new stimulus. Man, we're going to get hammered. And I want to get back to that, but I'm not going to do it until Thursday. But I wanted to bring it up to you and just give you a little bit more on that. What I'm really going to stick to tonight, though, is this border scenario. And now, the media did report this. So when the media is reporting it, it's saying a lot more in ways, especially if they, for some reason, I don't take a dig at the Biden administration. So in their statistics to date, 57% of all American people don't approve of what's going on. 42% say it's a crisis. I don't know where the narrative of the other points are quite there. That's how they said it. So I'm guessing that's all parties of both sides, people in the middle, the ones from up above maybe, I don't know, however they're getting this information. And yes, do we know that the CDC lies on numbers? Yes. Do we know that Fauci does? Hell yes. And as a matter of fact, listen to what Fauci said before I go back here, because this to me is kind of important. A slip of the tongue during an interview? Maybe. But Fauci finally insinuates in an interview and points his fingers in the direction of the Chinese for what had occurred. Wonder why? I don't know. I'm just saying, he could have been a slip, but he says, oh, yeah, we can blame the Chinese, basically. If you catch it, you'll get it. You'll see it. Listen carefully. It's in there. He does say it. So, back to the border. Biker groups, a lot of other people, they're working really hard. And we know about the senators going down there, 18 of them. And, hey, kudos to every one of you that are trying hard on this. I appreciate you. But where the hell were you? Where the hell were you November 4th? Yeah, that's my thought. I get what this is all about. There's an importancy there. But what happened to you? What happened to you November 3rd, November 4th, and thereon after? Okay, I just had to say that. So for now, I mean, that's just my thought. I don't have to like them. I want to get back to the $400,000 new tax. That's turning out not to be as fact as it was. It's actually going to be broken up 2 and 2. So the effects are much more dramatic on the tax and families. So I guess if you're self-employed, you better watch how you do dividends of what you do, and maybe don't take as much big pay draws and let the company assets grow versus to your pocket assets, if you can afford to do that. Look for a way not to give it to them, is what I'm saying here, because they're changing the rules, and I don't know how it's going to pan out, but this is news of what's going on. Now, gold, silver, Bitcoin, etc., etc., etc. Diamonds are one of the only things that never lose their values, and rubies, if you can get your hands on some really high, good quality, if you have bucks to spend. But if you don't, then you want to think about what loses value, what gains value. And, I mean, gold, if you watch the gold shows, you know yourself, gold's up through the roof, okay? Silver never is, but it's moderate. It has a 5,000 OC currency. Gold's much higher. But is that even safe on a failed economy? I don't know. If you have money in the bank, is that any good? No, you ain't making no interest. It's just sitting somewhere so you don't have it in your pocket. And currency is a piece of paper these days because that's not even an important part of what the facts of the economy is. The real facts of economy are just numbers, imaginatory numbers that are pressed in and basically falsified that they're there, that there's no equity there. Although some governments do support the exchange on the money banking system, and they get involved to make money. Something the Queen's always done. China's doing it. Tell you where to put your money is a real hard thing. There's everybody out there right now trying to push a narrative to what's going to smack up. Do this, do that. I wouldn't just yet, because I follow these things. I always have. I don't know why. I've always talked to people big on penny stocks. I did it when this all started. I was like, if you got any money, put them in penny stocks. And they, boom, triple, quadrupled, and rippling effect all the way to the moon and back. But now it's stabilizing and losing and stabilizing and losing and stabilizing. And get ready for the big toilet paper crunch it's about to hit. Because the word is that's going to happen again due to some things now under the Biden administration and what they're doing for green. So if you can't get trees for processing and so forth where they make the paper products from, then guess what? Shortage. Lumber's through the roof. Construction people are afraid to give people bids on jobs right now. It's almost tripled in price. And I can remember a point in time through all this, I was doing a large deck myself. And the price of what I figured out on materials for this deck was there was 80 5x6 and a quarter boards needed, decking boards. It started out in my figures and calculations at like $1,300, and when I went to buy them, and they weren't even available, they tripled in price. So they went near $4,000 basically, with tax, delivery, la la la. So they dropped back down as under the Trump administration everything opened, but now they're zooming up due to effects of everywhere this administration starting to put pressure on supporting construction, privatized constructions, and so forth. They're going to make these people suffer because they are us, and they label us as white, and it seems that they're against us as white people, and more so that they I guess they figure we voted for Trump, which a lot of us did. But not all of us, but they're putting the pressure towards us. So let the Biden and Harris administration voters suck that one up. Okay? Anyway, back to what I want to talk about on the border and so forth. I got a little special news. I don't know if any of you guys caught this. Trump was kind of put on the spot by someone good that he knows. He respects him. How I got it is he was asked, will you visit the border? And his remark was, I've actually been contacted by heads of the law enforcement down there, and they're asking me to come. Pretty amazing. He would put a thorn in that administration and an embarrassment note on everybody's forehead if he was to show up. Now, he says he's thinking about it. You know how he can be. I'd like to. It's a shame what they're doing. Then he went off on, the issues, and there are issues, and he clarified them. He's following close. He knows every damn thing that's going on. There's no doubt in my mind there. No doubt in my mind there. So anyway, with that said, he had a lot to say about the worry that he has on our jobs. The problem's now that Mexico is very angry with us, and other countries are, that now that Joe put this invite out with directions all the way up to get here. And this was deeper. I said weeks ago, not weeks, maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe it was weeks ago. I don't know. If you really listened to me, you know what I said when I said that this was a paid for government plan under the Biden administration. Promises of the COVID-19 stimulus things, and what monies they didn't have to tell anybody they were doing with. And of course, they're feeding money to these other countries. Sure. Hey, look, we want to do this. This is our deal. It's a global plan. You're going to be involved. We'll make promises to you. You send your people up. So when you see these people in all these fresh T-shirts and posing for pictures, sort of, and whatnot, a lot to be said about all that. But we know that they played real dirty there, and it was a setup. There's not a doubt in my mind. And these people are, at Border Patrol are just being crushed. There's no easy way to put it. But kudos for Texas standing up, creating now a new Border Patrol through the river and putting that kind of package together as well on foot to do what they can to isolate any incidents. I don't know if they're going to be directing them down further where they have to come through a line. I don't know where legally and lawfully what they need to do, or if they just don't care at this point because of what's going on in America and protecting their state of Texas. Because the numbers are astronomical. I told you it would go into the millions days before this come out with Trump. And his remark in the interview by phone that he gave was they would be in the millions. And that was information that I was given that came from the Big P building. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, that's somebody up there that gave me a little bit of insider information on more than one topic too, I mind you. Get ready for something that's going to happen under disclosure that you may never expect. Get ready for it. Something's coming. It's going to blow some people's minds because, hey, these people are conspiracy theorists. Well, let's see how true that is after you get this tidbits of information that are all starting to fall, have been starting to fall, always have been in front of you, put it that way. But, yeah, some things are going to come out, and I still think they were all pre-planned by Mr. President Donald J. Trump. But let's get back to this. So, yeah, he's really thinking about going there, touring, checking it out, meeting with all the law enforcement, because it seems that there's like, hey, you can't come here kind of thing. Cruz was in there, I believe, and the lady was trying to bat his phone down and block for pictures and everything else that was going on down there. So our own state senators can't get in. How will they squash Trump? Can they squash Trump when he comes? And what an embarrassment the Biden administration is going to have to deal with. And I bet you right now, if they got wind of this interview, they are running in circles, and there's no circling back right now. They're running in circles. So, okay, let me go a little forward on that. Like he said, it's no longer, it's my job, as he says. It's no longer my job. But I have been asked, and I'm really considering that I am going to go. He was asked when. He was maybe in a week, maybe two. I'm not quite sure. And it could be because he's just busy or he doesn't want to exactly say what his plan is to those effects. And I don't blame him because he's a smart chess player. You'd never give up your strategies. Never. Keep your mouth shut. Keep focused. Look everybody in their eye and say nothing. And that's the kind of man he is. And when he has to open his mouth, he does it well. So that's where we're at with that. And I would just love to see them run in circles. I truly would love to see them run in circles. So, okay, we're going to move on from here. But I thought that was really good news, If Trump shows up at the border, all hell's going to break loose in Washington. Now, hey, do any of you people know Nick Cannon? Do you know who Nick Cannon is? I saw this. It was posted by a very dear person who supports me well. And I made some comments to her with this. But Nick's like this Remember Me guy. Hey, he sang, I guess, a little. He was married to Mariah Carey. You remember this guy? He had a funny kind of show. He's not a bad person. But if he did this, and this wasn't a true setup where somebody put him together, then I don't know where this is at. But, he said that white people are closer to animal in comparison to anybody. White people are closer to being compared to animals than anybody. White people. Doesn't he favor white women? I mean, Mariah Carey might have some black in her, but she looked more white than anything. Gorgeous girl in her day. What's that about? I don't know. It could be controversial. I'm just saying this is how we get fed bullshit, from the shit show. So is it narrative, or did he really is he really stupid enough to make a comment when he favors white in his life? Come on. I don't know, man. Settle down, Nick, if that's what you're doing. Don't be a fool. All right, I want to say something about this. I've been looking into this and trying to look into this because everybody's asking also, what's up with the laptops and the Hunter laptop and the We Need laptop and the emails from Hillary now that Evergreen's coming up in the picture, things fly from the sky. And all the cash in Benghazi and so forth. And there's not a whole bunch out there, except everybody's hiding it in the legal systems. They're hiding it. Nothing. I can't come up with anything. I was asked, and I'm telling you, that's what I got. My coffee's already getting cold. Damn it. Okay. That said, I'm going to keep going here. I got a little topic here called sellouts in the 13. Do you ever wonder why there in many, many high rises there's no 13th floor? It's like a rule of law for the 13. The Bilderbergers. They could show up anytime, any place, anywhere for privacy, and they have the rights to a building. Yeah, everybody thought it was more like, I always thought it was bad luck. It's not bad luck. The controllers control. They do. The controllers control. And they only want people that they can control, buy or put in place. All people with a voice, no matter the color, to them are unimportant and removable as well as extinguishable. It's true. That's where we are. When you hear less white, they're addressing you because we are the uncontrollable ones. That's why no benefits, no gravy train for us, but we can get a slap on the hand with some more narrative while all the other cultures can collect. We are the true enemy. And if you really want to get down to it, they fear us. I said they fear us. So it's perfectly clear, politically correct to your understanding. So they attack us in many ways. You're seeing clothes. Drugs are now coming across the border ridiculous amounts, and they're finding it so they know it's happening. It's just not being reported. But it is being reported if I find out. Sex in all different facets. Inflammatory statements towards us, symbols to piss us off, and money. It always comes down to follow the money trail and how they control. And they test us with this. To give others and then to tear you down. To separate and divide so they see where their pathetic control really is. So expect more from this little shit show up there in Washington. They're preparing for more, but remember, it's the master of the puppets up above. I have a friend in Northside, Dory. She bought this little furry fuzzball thing. I forget what they call it, man. A sloth or something. It's cool looking, don't get me wrong. I can't see her actually using it, but I guess she just wanted it. But that's the Joe thing and Harris thing. They're like the baby sloths. Do what you're told. Do what you're told. So expect more from this crazy show they're putting on. And it will come. It will come. What I need you to do is see it through because they have some huge narrative changes heading. I'm going to have some really things better to tell you Friday. preparing. So I'm going to really do a humble read of a statement and make sure it's very clear for you. But every day expect something regardless. And, you will. And I want you to be strong. And you will be strong because we are. And we will stand with liberty and justice for all in America. And we're going to take back America. We are taking back America. And make sure you join that group. And we can all save America. Why we can save America? It's because we have people. We have positivity. We have prayer. We have strength. We have unity. We have loyalty. We have values. We have morals. We have awareness. We have ethics. And America, we rock. We rock. Don't be less white. Be who you are. They hate it. We don't fear. We don't accept. And we won't give up. Please join Taking Back America today. You're more than welcome to come into the group. And don't forget, this is the 10, and we are right here. 10 o'clock talks. I am Michael Anthony. Share me. Love me or hate me, I'm going to be here. Welcome to my world. This is what I'm doing. But I'm your voice. I'm here for you. I truly am. Support, 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 and never forget small businesses. Check this one out. Homeless shelters throughout America now, they're starting to make donations. Quietly getting donations. Suggestive donations that say, you're going to have to push the homeless out so we have the immigrants to stay somewhere. I guess they're looking for an easier way, a lesser value of money to complete the narrative of getting these people in here. And it will be astronomical numbers. And that's why I beg people, work. Hide no more. Be suppressed no more. Come out of your closets, your basements, wherever you are, the narrative you're living. Get to work. You'll be saving America and your children's lives in a big way. All right, so these homeless shelters, because I babble, I got to get back to this now for you. It's throughout the U.S. And they're going to solve everything with money as they do. So just keep that in mind. They're looking for alternative everythings to get these people housed as they come in and release them. And we know we have anywhere between, we know it's over 100,000. It's as high as 300. And now I'm hearing 18,000 on children. And they're coming in with phone numbers on their hands. Now, come on, how do you do that coming from 1,000 miles in heat? No, this is all planned, as I told you. It's all planned. Don't listen to these narratives. Catch your stuff when they say this BS to us. So, remember the prices are on the rise for contractors. I want everybody to be real cautious to that. It's an important factor on how you're going to make money into the future. And it's looking bleak, and it's going to get worse. Could be a narrative change in August, though. I'll just say that for right at the moment, and I'll get into that in a minute. I want to tell you a little about the UK and something that Boris Johnson, he had this big announcement today, and restrictive things like no travel in or out. Now, why did they have 35 countries banned from entering them? Impressive amount of countries, and they can't come in nor go out. They're still on a lockdown, basically. But you know what? These people are smart over there. They'll walk out when they will, and they will do what they do, just like they did for the March 20th, 2021. Free America, stand for America, stand for their country. We all did it globally. Some in bigger numbers, some in less numbers, but they were monstrous in numbers. They truly were. They hit us hard there. They really came on. And last night, what I saw down in Mexico, what they were doing was amazing too. So keep in mind their date. And isn't this like where we saw the things of the news media? Everybody saying the same damn thing. We all saw that. We knew it was a bunch of BS right then and there. Every mouth was moving, saying the same words. Hey, what's up, dudes? What's going on? So with that said, April 5th for those guys. March 4th, April 4th, we're supposed to have this big announcement. coming from the governor, where we might, in Pennsylvania here in a blue state, which it should be red. It really, remember that, it should be red. We need to work on this. On the 4th of April, 2021, the big announcement as to what we can and cannot do, and what lockdowns will mean, masks will mean. And by the way, we're under this mandatory thing right now, and there ain't nobody listening to it. You should see the cars out there. These cars are out there because everything Trump did before he left, you know? And people, they are like, I'm sick of it. And other ones that did choose to get this hit in the arm, which even Boris Johnson's people are like, we got a new wave coming, and we don't think that this shot's going to be able to protect people that got the shots. So prepare to get more shots. What are they injecting in you people? Prepare to get more shots. Really? And then when we think about what we're finding out on what's in this stuff, and there's information out there. I sent some to some people that may not have been aware. There are smart... I could get into this for hours. But I want to just say this to you. Some of the elements that are in this vaccine, the aluminum elements and so forth, are actually what they spray the skies with. The reflectants that they use. Okay? So keep in mind, that stuff stays up there. And the sun hits it, it does reflect. It's like a mirror. It makes like a mirror to the sun. Yeah, it heats you up. You still get warm. But it bakes you like a microwave. You get that effect. And now you have 5G, and they're hitting 5G, and it creates the atmosphere. They're telling you it's one way or another, but they're causing this weather, the turmoil. They really can do it, and that's what causes it. They energize the 5G. It's almost weaponry-like. And to the brain, it can cause lightheadedness, dizziness, etc., etc. We know that that's all true. They say, take your phone away from your head years ago. Talk away from it. And that's why they developed the speaker. And then they were like, hey, you should have never did that. We wanted the phone here so we could singe your brains. This is all true. This is not makeup. If you remember any of this, if you're using your phone, you lay in bed, you listen to talk shows, anything like that, like me, my mouth going on, I'm rapping to you like I am right now, always move it aside. Don't keep it right up against you. Don't. You know, when did we buy all these giant TV screens for? All these kids do is look in these little freaking things. I mean, really, we need a 90-inch TV now? And all we're doing is looking to a little 5.5-inch screen? And mine's even smaller. Mine's small. So it's like, really? What's the purpose of all these big giant TVs? None. I guess that's not true. When you're watching football, I don't watch it. They took a knee, I walked. It's like, you're not for me. You know, you get paid too much money, all of you. I mean, the money that I don't know. I just don't agree with that part of all that money. I mean, these guys are amazing, a lot of them, as athletes. I'm not against them. I'm against the monies. It's just incredibly, they should partner up with the world and somehow, make a fair profit for your company. But, I mean, if they would do something like that to support America with all these issues that have happened, and the NFL and all the teams, after so many they make $100 million, everybody's paid, but yeah, there's another $900 million they're not going to spend it. They should be, we should surplus it to the United States government to bail all this stuff out. There's better ways to compromise this, and we need a president like Trump to come back in possibly August. Did I just say that? I kind of did. Anyway, you might have to ask Linwood or Pillow Mike. Drip, 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 drip. Anyway, so with that said, all right, let me go a little further, if I can. I just want to say a few things to you guys, because I didn't want to rumble on a bunch of stuff. And I'm already late into the segment to some degree here. I love every one of you guys, man, for what you do and how you help me. And Beth, you're the world out there, and you're kick-ass. You're a rock star. You really are. Southwest PA Bikers, the Patriots down in Texas. Terry, you guys are phenomenal. I appreciate you. I hope anything I send you, it may not be always great. He's been very busy. We haven't had any great conversations, but I know the path that he's on, and it's enlightening. He's very spiritual. He's very Christian, And he has a mission for every one of you, and that's why he's doing what he's doing, as well as many others. I could mention 150 names right now, but I don't have them all here. I didn't bring my thing down. I tried to do a simple upload. I didn't know where tonight would go. Yesterday was disastrous. I couldn't go live anywhere. Everything was cut out. I thought it'd be simple tonight. I'm doing one camera and direct Facebook. So this is uploads to two places, two different kinds. But regardless, please share. I'd appreciate it. We need the word out more. We need help. We need change in the country. We need our states to turn, the blue states to turn red. And we really do need that. I mean, it's important beyond. I want you to go back, reflect. And if you don't want to listen to the whole thing last night, listen to the last maybe 10 to 12 minutes. I had a guest interview kind of thing opt into the segment. It says everything I've been telling you. And I don't want pat on the back for it. It's just my facts align with this particular female's facts. They're important to you to hear, okay? They really are. They're important for you to hear. And I want you to know that you should. If you can do that for me, it would be greatly appreciated. Because it's meaningful. And it's what you need to hear. So don't miss an episode of what I'm doing. And this isn't really an episode. It's an APC broadcast. I am not a podcast. I am an APC broadcast. I am like basically pirating. Okay? I don't know if you know what pirating is. But it's so easy to do now. People are doing it, don't even know they're doing it. But that's probably the legal term for it. But I'm getting out there. And now they beam me over there and across the water and so forth. And I thank everybody for that. You guys are all rock stars, and the comments are great. I'm getting some emails from my buddy, and he's saying, like, yeah, a lot of people do like you over here. Keep up what you're doing. They understand your English. And it's like, well, okay, dude, I appreciate you too. You know, I feel you. So anyway, you kind of maybe reflect on what I'm talking about because we jag each other on our our language and how we speak, you know. But no, truly. Do what you can for people. Get out, support America. Do some footwork. Really, please take heed to what we can do by voting. And it doesn't matter if we don't have anybody to take these seats. We'll find somebody. We'll get somebody to figure out once they're in there how to work it. We're a country. We will work together. I know so many bum-ass women out there that, man, they come so fast. Educated, really well knowledgeable people. We will make this country great again with President Trump. Now, what I did kind of bleep out was some things that are treading. And again, this is an area I can speculate on. Or somebody's just trying to pull the narrative trick. Right now, I'm going to go with that because I just don't know. I see where we're at. I've been told by credible and interviews I heard with credible people of where we are at and where we are going. And right now it's, you got what you got, and that could exist. But there's some things coming out. People are talking August now. They're saying Lynn, W-O-O-D, and Mike, P-I-L-L-O-W, the man, are trickling out some information. Maybe. Will the courts support? Will they? Will they now, once they see what they did, a month or so ago, do reality check in life for their children and for the betterment of America and all the people out there? You know who you are. You're all of us. You're me. I'm you. I'm me. I'm you. And you. You get it? You get it. So anyway. Look, take care of these states. I don't care if you're already Republican. You be real cautious to what's going on. And if you could fill another seat, even if you have 10 and you fill 2 more, that's just more of a battle won against the future and how we secure it. Anything that you can do. I don't care if you're all red except for 1 seat. Get that 1 seat done. Get it filled. Get another Republican there. Somebody we can trust. Trump's making appointments. There's people stepping up for governor positions. We got things going on because of him. So what we can do on the back end, and I apologize for being so persistent with this, but it's that important. And Trump told me to do it. Whether you'd want to hear that out of my mouth or believe it out of my mouth or not, if you didn't listen to what he said in his speeches, that was the instruction. I take it personally when he talks to me. And he himself said, get to the grassroots. That's you. That is every one of you. And I know I have a lot out there who say, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm only one voice. Can you help me? Can you help you? Can you help President Trump? Because that was his calling for what he needed when he said it. Go back and watch. It's there. He told you what he needed. I feel like it was personal to me. I'm all in. I am. I'm here. I'm here every night to talk to you guys. I try to give you some good news, some opinion. My opinions, you know the old saying, I won't get into it. I'm not going to gross anybody out with stupid commentary. But I am me, you know. Slip of the tongues are natural, so to speak. So anyway, from Pittsburgh, hello, America. People, stand strong. Stay with this. Don't give up, ever. Don't give up, ever. We can get through this. In the meantime, let's get involved in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our boroughs, our townships, our cities. Let's rock this. Let's turn them red. I know we can do it. So, in the meantime, I wish you good health. Drink a lot of water. Take your vitamin D. Take your zinc. It's important. Feed your immune system. Stay away from the damn sugars. Stay away from them. I did my 2 miles today. Did you? And don't worry about it. You don't have to answer that, man. I'm just playing. But do what you can do for yourself and your family. That's another day of life for your children. I mean, get off the couch. Breathe. Smell the coffee. Get out. Do things. Exercise. Don't be too consumed with this right here, because that's what it does to me at times. And then people are like, oh, yeah, they're texting me or writing, and I can't get back to everybody at times. But I've never failed anybody, and I will never try to let that ever happen. Hello, Deb in Florida. How are you? Merle again down in Texas. I see you're going on around there, man. Checking you out, dude. I'm watching you. I know you're causing havoc to the world. Support Merle in Texas. My man. Support Merle in Texas. So anyway, with that said, it's been a pleasure, like it always is, and thank you for having me. Come into your home, keep you some company. I hope what I say makes a little bit of sense, and I hope you get something out of it. I do the best I can. That's all I can say. So, from everybody to 10 and 10 o'clock talks right here. I like that name, 10 o'clock talks, cause we rocks. Anyway, have a great night. And remember, I will never judge you. Please don't judge me. Have a great night.